mean, I see what Tommy Pham, I understand, because I've also wanted to put hands on people for fantasy football, just mostly Tony.
Tony, yeah.
Just Tony.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or possibly, just possibly for the first time.
Somehow we're back live.
We're back.
Well, live, current time.
We had a little relapse last week. That was Cern's moving situation.
Hey, Cerny, you know what? We put out 52 episodes a year for... How many years? 7, 6, 7? We're allowed, we can afford ourselves a day off here and there. Won't beat yourself up over it.
We weren't having fun. We were
no.
Woo. Move.
Yeah. You see, the audience can't see this, the listener can't see, but I see Cern's in a brand new environment.
I am. We're open, so there could be some interjections. Just Peanut Gallery may not like what we're saying.
You need we need to get you one of those air horns. So if they're spouting off and you need quiet for the podcast to happen, if you need quiet, just hit the horn. One big loud.
It'd be like almost like a dog whistle.
Yes.
No barking.
Quiet. The funny is commencing. Now
I did announce that. I said I'm bringing the funny, which was then replied, I doubt it.
Haters gonna hate, Cerny. The heinous gonna hate us. I knew you were a busy beaver because for the last week or two you were just sort of MIA from all the regular. We got a Pokemon chat group. We got the Joe and the Dana and the Chip and the Cern chat group. And you were a little bit. There's crickets from the Cerny clan.
It was.
So I knew you were busy. I knew you were busy.
So the 18th or whatever day it was is when we got the keys.
I think the last episode we recorded, you got the keys that day.
I was getting the keys. Yep. So nice. We, after recording, shot down here, see what we got.
5-minute jaunt.
Shot 5-minute jaunt. And my wife was already, going through it, seeing what's going on. And the people that sold the house, we couldn't get the keys till later in the afternoon because they had cleaners, according to them, coming in. And so I come in and I look out in the backyard, and there's shit everywhere. There's like plastic pots and like some of the shit I think they thought we'd want and left, which I was like, okay, I guess. But his wardrobe, he left his shirts, suitcase full of like his old work shit. I was like, I didn't want that.
Like old papers from the office or something?
Yeah. I was like, I don't want that. It was a whole bunch of shit. I was like, fuck. And I sent you the pile of shit that I pulled out.
I saw it was, it would fill a whole bed of a truck.
Oh, easy.
Just shit to haul to the dump. Just randomness.
It was all, you start opening the drawers and stuff, or the closets, and it was a bunch of shit was all still left in the closet. It's like they were on the lam. Like they had to go. Mafia was coming to collect their fucking desk, and they had to skip town.
You should be like, oh, do you have an address we can send some forwarding mail, and then drive there and just fucking dump it in his driveway. And then at the top, just pin the note of what to do with all the plants that he wrote you. It's like, here you go, you can have this back too, because I already ripped them up.
I had to tear out some of them already.
Well, the big news that I heard was the fish tank guy.
Oh, man.
This is a whole thing you had. So, Cern, if you're a new listener somehow, how big is your fucking fish tank that you have? Like 50 gallons?
No, 200.
200 gallons. Oh.
200 gallons. So it's about 5 feet. 5 feet by 2 feet or so.
It's super cool.
2 feet deep. Yeah.
And when the kids go, they love, because there's so many different fucking things in there. There's a sucker fish, there's crabs and shrimp, and there's all sorts of cool shit in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool shit. So I called this guy. So I talked to these people at this. They said we usually farm it out to these guys. I'll give you a couple companies or whatever.
Okay.
So I just picked one. He's like, yeah. I'll come down and I'll come take a look. I was all right.
This on the recommendation of your fish store.
Yeah. And he says he uses them. He's like, I use them a lot. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So call him. I'll come out. And the day he's supposed to come out, he's having like a rough day. He's like, my kid has to go to the doctor. My wife's not here. And I said, don't worry, just come tomorrow. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So he actually came. And he's like, okay, yeah. $350. We'll move the tank.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's reasonable. Moving right down the street. Okay, cool. I'll be there. And I said, I gotta get it out by Tuesday. This is like a week later, basically.
Uh-huh.
We got the keys. I talked to him on that Wednesday, and then it would be the following Tuesday.
Okay, so it came by to like assess the situation and give you a bid or whatever.
See what we're going for. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. Cool. So then I've been moving shit all week. So basically, this is on Wednesday. I took Thursday, Friday off of work, was just moving shit, doing floor.
How sore are you right now? Are you just
extremely sore? I can barely stand up. Yeah, I'm wrecked because it's just like because we're doing the floors. It's kind of destroyed my legs. Banged those out, moved a bunch of shit, and then on Sunday of that weekend, I was going to have Joe come help me.
Mm-hmm.
He was feeling a little under the weather, so he had to back out. So I had to get James to help me on Sunday. James did pretty good. He's just not. He's not Joe.
He's not Joe.
Joe's a bear.
James
like
is like
Avatar.
Your Avatar.
Yeah, or Gumby or something like that.
He's just Joe's a little sturdier.
Yeah, and Joe's. We were talking about this before.
Yeah,
Joe's a worker. Joe will. If he comes and say, "Joe, we need to do this," he will. It'll be done.
He just gets it done, man. He's a doer.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So we did that, and Sunday was all the heavy shit. It was the big ass pieces of furniture, the washer and dryer. That was a nightmare. Washer and dryer, especially the washer, going down the stairs. Just James and I was a fucking nightmare.
your washer's upstairs.
Yeah.
Do you have a dolly?
But it was.
You have to. You would have to have a dolly.
It was a nightmare. Like there's a point where we're on the like there was like a turn.
Yeah.
So we spun it around and we were trying to push it, and it was like James was down at the bottom and I was at the top, and I was like, "Get your footing, because if this goes, you're going for a fucking ride."
Fucking washer is gonna come tumbling down on you.
A ride. We got it down, and it was. I mean, I was beat after that day because it was just all day. Because we had a U-Haul, and we just loaded it up.
That fucker up.
And we rented it until like 3. And we're going over, so I tried to call them and extended it. They're like, well, actually, somebody already rented that one out at 4. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, what if we just keep it? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Never mind. So I took it back over there. And there was like 8 fucking U-Hauls still sitting there. I was like, they couldn't just, whatever. So
it was a rush job to get all that shit done?
Rushed it in.
Oh, fuck.
And then had to do the rest of it in my truck, which was interesting because I had some fucking clampets, the clampets shit going on. The piled high, it was like teetering.
Green Acres is the place to be.
That's Green Acres, but
the clampets are
Jed Clampett. One fine day
oil
he was
struck.
shooting at some food. Yeah.
Okay, what's that show called?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies. That's right. Here I am saying Green Acres like a fucking asshole, like an idiot.
Edit that out. We'll edit that out.
We'll strike that right from the record.
It's just dead air. Like, wow,
just dead air.
Off the wall.
Characteristic.
So I was dead. Like it was all day of just brutal. Like it was one of those times where the alarm goes off. So this is on Sunday. I have to work on Monday. So I was up. We were up until midnight or so, moving and trying to get and I get up at 5 o'clock for work, and I was like it's one of those like felt like I just closed my eyes, and I could try to get out of bed, and it's like my legs don't move. I'm like,
Oh, no.
God. I limp over to. So then I was dead sore, and we still had to move stuff because basically we had to be out by Thursday of this week that we're talking about, in that we're doing it, and it was like, and there's.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but
you never know how much
so
shit you
much
have until you
shit,
start
yeah.
moving. You're like, what the fuck? Half some of the shit's like, where's this come from? Who's this? Nobody knows. So it's like, throw it
get
away.
rid of it. Oh my gosh.
So I was dead. So the fish tank guy comes. He's supposed to move it on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'll be there at 10 o'clock. I said, okay. So I was working, stop work, drive over there at 10 o'clock. Nobody's there.
Oh, because you're already at the new house. You're already living there.
Yeah. I set up my little home base and stuff for work and stuff.
Your Comcast came out and all this shit. You told me about that already.
Yeah, I got it all fired up. We were ready to roll. Shouldn't be any more glitching because this internet is
Screaming.
Screaming. Talking 650, 650 megs a second.
Oh my gosh.
I can upgrade it to a gig if I wanted, but don't tempt me.
I like it.
Dude,
they're probably going to send you an email in like 2 months. Like uptake to a gig for like $10 a month or some shit.
So I actually paid the extra $15 a month or whatever it is for the unlimited. So they don't cap your shit.
I was
like, I don't need the stress. I don't need the stress of like trying to monitor it or anything. I said, I'll just pay the $15 a month. Fuck it.
That's the way that I had to go too. Was like I was so close to the Razor's Edge every month on that. It wasn't worth it.
No, and for as many smart devices I've hooked up, well, I don't have anything right now. That's a whole nother. We'll get into that later.
Oh,
but
so you meet the guy at 10. You're back at your old place.
10 o'clock. I show up. 10 minutes past 10. Nobody there. So I text him, "Hey, we still on?" "Oh, I think you're on the schedule for tomorrow." I said, No, it's Tuesday. I told you Tuesday. The 24th. It's like, "Oh, I must have pushed the wrong day." I said, "When are you coming out?" "I could be there in an hour and a half." I said, "Fine, hour and a half, be here." "Cool. Mm-hmm. I'll be there." My bad. I was like, okay. So he shows up.
Oh boy.
He shows up at noon. Hour and a half or 11:30. So he shows up at noon.
They had to get a sandwich.
Something. In a minivan.
Like a Dodge?
Like a Dodge, like
Chrysler?
Like he dropped the kids off to soccer and then came over in his minivan. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, please tell me there's a van of people behind you. I was like, just come on. He gets out of the car or the van. He's like, okay, I'm here. I'm ready.
Does it have, like Bill's, fish moving service on the side of it or anything like that? Or
No.
Okay. Stock.
He's like, I laid the seats down. We can get everything in the van. I was like, no fucking way.
The seats.
No fucking way. I was like, no fucking way. And I look in the van. He has like his little kids' juice boxes and shit in there. I was like, this is your van.
He's like,
what
hold on.
Fuck?
Let me take my car seats out, and then I think it'll get some more room. We're going to take these car seats out.
I was like, what? And then I was like, where's your guys? He's like, oh, are you going to be here to help me move it? I was like, wait. I was like, what? He's like, I might need some help moving it. I was like, so it's just you? He's like, yeah. I was like, there's no way you can move by yourself. The top part, the glass, is 300 pounds. Not like exaggeration. It's legitimately
it's actually 300 pounds.
And it's glass.
In the back of this dude's minivan.
I was like, oh my God. First off, I was like, how are we going to get this up? He's like, I don't think these are that bad. I was like, this dude ain't The Rock. He wasn't like strapped. He was taller than me. He was kind of like James, but if James had a little bit of a gut.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what he looked like. Like he was like about James' size, maybe a little bit taller, but he's kind of a gangly guy. And I was like, oh my God.
Now, is this because he had it on the wrong day? If he would have came out on Tuesday, do you think he would have shown up with different gear?
No. I think he would have probably done the same.
This is his thing. This is his thing because he was telling me. Oh my God!
So I was trying to get into the psyche of what the fuck's going on here. So he had all his buckets and stuff, and he was telling me what he's going to do. I was like, "What? Do whatever." Because I was already kind of pissed. I'm paying to move my own fucking tank. I'm paying for help. Cool. Could have Joe come do it for me. All it cost me was a 30 rack. So he moves everything out. I mean, the positive side is his real thing is he services tanks, so he can get your tank dialed in when it's all said and done.
Okay.
But he's like, okay, so your rock that you have in here, it's not going to be 100% right. I said, I get it, but it's fine, whatever. He's like, I think I can get it close. I said, okay, cool.
What do you mean, like exactly where it was before?
Yeah. He's like, I don't think I can get it 100%. I was like, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. I said, so if you think something's wrong place, because he would know the.
Yeah, he's the pro, right?
Yeah. I said, just go ahead and move it. Okay. So he gets everything out, and it's time to move it. And he has a fucking hand truck. Like, just the dolly hand truck.
Yeah.
I have a big 5-foot glass container. You're going to put all that weight in the middle so it just goes cracks? I was like, where are we putting this? He's like, well, So I have a dolly that lays flat, and you can just. So we pick it up. Well, we go to move it. And he's like, oh, this is pretty heavy. I was like, I've been telling you that for the last hour. The last hour I've been telling you it's heavy.
So you're standing
and
around
it's wet and it's glass.
Dude, it's like the trifecta of something's going to get fucked up.
Yeah. So we get it up finally. Like we get it up and onto the dolly, and we roll it into the back of this minivan. We pick it up, we put it on the back of the minivan.
Are you just sweating fucking nerves?
Oh, it's nerves and I'm sweating bullets. I'm already sore as fuck, but I had to like muscle through it.
I'm sorry I'm laughing at this, but it's just...
I know. I couldn't believe it.
I'm just picturing it all happen in my head.
So then the glass, so the top part, takes up the whole minivan. Takes up the whole back of the minivan.
The lid.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm interested. I kind of want to hear what his plan is. So what are we going to do? Well, we'll take this over and we'll drop it off. And then we'll come back and we'll get the base. I was like, so we're going to set this 300-pound tank that's wet and glass, drop it off, put it on the ground. So now can't even get our fucking fingers underneath it. And then we're going to bring the base. And he's like, yeah. I was like, why don't we I said, listen, I have a truck. We'll put the base in the back of the truck. He's like, yeah, it's probably a smart idea. So not probably. It is. I'm telling you right now, it is. There's no probably about it.
Where's all the... I'm fascinated by this. Where's he storing the water and all your fish and stuff?
So he has like the usual reefer thing. I've seen that where they have basically like those old trash cans, on wheels. And they fill it up and they lock it in and they kind of they transport it from there. But it's all back at it's still there. So he took it all out, kind of all the animals and everything's all in separate little buckets and water. And he's trying to save most of the water,
Yeah.
All right. So we get the base. We put the base in. Base is not, compared to the tank, it's easy. Now, also, I have a thing called below. It's called a sump tank, which is also glass. And it's not as heavy, obviously, as the top, but it's no joke. It's about 100 pounds. And we got that into his van, too. So we got the base in, and then we got the top in. Finally, we got there, we put it in there. I did the floor, but I had left a cutout where we put the tank. Because when I was putting the floor, I was just going to floor it. And Robin's dad was here, and he's like, don't do that. Because you're going to get buckling in your floor because it's a floating floor. It's supposed to swell and it kind of moves realistically.
So you just cut a little hole where the tank's going to go.
Yeah. And
nice.
Drop it right in. So we dropped it in. Didn't quite fit. I had to cut some of it back later on, but of course I was like, fucking course. But whatever. Yeah. So we
better
got the base
better that it was too short than you cut like an extra 3 inches off.
Yeah, I know. It's like
whoops.
So when we got the top in, that was a pain in the ass. It's like, do you want to try to carry it in from like the street? I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he's like, So he picks it. He's like, yeah, I don't think we can. I was like, no, I don't. Just put it on the fucking dolly. So we put it on the dolly. We roll it in, and we got it on top. He's like, okay. Now I'm gonna start setting it back up. I was like, all right, cool. So I kind of went back to because I was supposed to be working, so I was kind of back at it and catching up on shit. And so the fish tank is right. right in front of where my computer screens are, so I can kind of take a look at it.
Yeah.
So of course, like for the next like 2 hours while you set it up, I get a nice view of his ass. Right? It was just like it was like the floor was cracking, everything was cool.
That's hilarious.
So then he sets it up, and it's so murky because the sand and stuff.
Yeah,
you can't see anything. So he's like, "Okay, I put the rock back," and I was like, "Okay." And so when he's all said and done, I just paid him. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna.
Did he say anything like, "Yo, take $100 off because you helped me with it"? Or anything?
No.
What
was like, thanks for the help. And I was like, I'm tired. I'm not gonna argue with him. Fuck it. Here you go. Here's $350. I will not be referring you.
No, you should.
Not that I have any friends that do it, but
yeah, you should call that your shop.
I went down.
Take this
guy
off
down
the recommendations list.
I went down there and talked to him. It's like I didn't help move it. He's like, really? I said, yeah.
Not good work.
Surprise, but anyway, so it starts to clear up the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the rock.
Oh no!
And no shit, it wasn't going to be 100%. He just piled it all on in the front, and I was like, oh my god!
Oh, he half-assed putting it back.
Yeah, he just put it in there and just fuck it.
Oh my god!
Like, you mother.
So now, what do you have to try to move it yourself again?
No, I mean, I just redid the rock the way I wanted it, which was fine. I mean, I put it all back the way I wanted it and made some changes. I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. Make some changes I didn't like from the previous.
And it's how long does it take? Is it the filter or is the fish to like process all the murkiness out?
It's the filter, so filter socks and stuff that kind of.
Oh, okay.
So I basically had to clean them. So they were clean. They got all nasty. Pulled them out, cleaned them, put it back in, and and then everything else it settles too. It's just everywhere. So it was
And the fish are doing fine.
Yeah, I think it's doing good.
No one got shocked. Like
no, surprisingly. Now it was funny because when we pulled the fish tank out of the old house, I found several of my missing fish behind the tank. They had jumped out and were dead.
Wait, they got out of the tank?
Yeah, there was a ton of them. It wasn't like one.
What?
It was like 5. It was like 5 fish. I was like, God damn. So I was like, I was wondering where this second guy went, and I was wondering. He's like, yeah.
Were they all shriveled up? What does a dried out fish look like? Just shriveled up?
It was like a little mummified fish. I had a live fish I was missing. I was like, where was that guy? I was like, he was like swimming around. I was like, oh, okay. Because usually like sometimes you can see with the fish, it's like, ooh, he doesn't look good. And then like they disappear. Like, oh, he probably died somewhere.
Yeah.
But like a bunch of them was just mystery. Like they were swimming around fine and they would just be
then gone one day.
Yeah, but like, where the hell did they go?
Oh. So they just jumped out for no.
Yeah.
So they didn't leave a note or anything. Suicide note or anything.
Didn't let me know. So there were some fish back there. I should probably put like a crate. They usually they cut like these milk crates and they put it on top of the tank so nothing jumps out.
Oh, that makes sense.
I just never did it because I didn't like the look.
Yeah, it does. You do have a good look on your. It's very clean. Yeah, very much made for observing.
Yeah. So I'll have to think about how I want to do it.
Wow. And then you were telling me also about a gazebo that Joe was helping you build.
That's right. That was yesterday. At the time of recording. So Joe was texting, feeling guilty because he didn't. He couldn't.
Because he had to skip out.
Yeah, he's a little sick. So, I said, yeah, well, come on down and we'll, we got some stuff. He's like, oh, okay. So he came down. Housewarming present. Got something for Robin. It's a little Ray Dunn ice cream thing, 4th of July thing.
Of course.
And then he got I think it was 24 pack of Coors Light for the housewarming gift for me.
And himself.
That we split.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, maybe it was an 18 pack. I don't know what it was. Anyway.
Well, you need to stay hydrated.
Yeah. And that's actually not a bad if you're working outside.
It's a good,
because you're not like underwater after like 2. You're like, whoa, slow down.
Very manageable.
Yeah. So him and I were doing the gazebo that we had built. Well, that was for the spa, basically. Mm-hmm. It was. So we have a spa. There's another story. So we had the spa delivered. It's a big spa.
You already got a spa going?
It's not hooked up because we got a real spa. You got to run like 220
or whatever. Yeah.
So, and that one's going to be a pretty penny to fucking get that hooked up because they got to run underneath the goddamn concrete.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is just.
It's like, can I just run an extension cord for my dryer?
Can I unplug the AC cord? Unit while I'm using this?
Did they sell? You know how you can buy those, like, it's a 2-prong and then it has like 6 plugs on it for the 110. Just get one of those. Do they make a 240, 220 version of that? Fucking surging power.
Oh shit! So yeah, this one's gonna be hooked up, but so we have a gazebo over top of it.
Yeah.
So, which is, I mean, it's kind of nice also because it's underneath some redwoods. I don't want to be fishing out shit. Out of stuff all the time. So Joe's like, yeah, we'll do that. So him and I were going to put it together. So we opened up the instructions. This is from Amazon. And the instructions were fucking horrible.
Is this as big as the other one you had at your old place?
No, it's a little smaller. It's close though. It's 10 by 10.
Still fucking huge. It's like 12 by 12 or something, right?
Yeah, that one was it was like 12 by 14 or something like that. I forget what it was. But this one's 10 by 10. So yeah, it's pretty big. So the instructions are like just like basically pictures kind of thing, and it kind of tells you, but then it leaves out stuff where you like turn the page, you're like, hey, this is like it's missing. You turn the page,
a couple pages.
Like, how the hell this attach itself? You like look, you're like, fuck. I guess we gotta try to attach it. And there's like, oh hey, there's like these little pilot scrolls, but then they would be missing on some of them. You're like,
oh no.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
And the machining on some of it, like you're supposed to put these, washers together. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't fit. They didn't machine it enough. So I had to get my drill bit and like pour it out so they could fit. It was fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
So
that's that Amazon shit for you, though. Sometimes it do be like
Bezos
that.
Bezos is laughing on his yacht. Save a couple bucks on fucking paper. Cut out some of those instructions. They don't need them. They can figure it out.
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Oh, now speaking of instructions, so Jeffrey got some new animal cages. Same animals, but they're just new cages, a little sleeker look. They kind of stack on each other for the two big ones. So we got them. We went down and got them. Open up the box. 0 instructions.
Oh.
Either any of the boxes. Like there was 3 boxes. Not one of them had instructions. I was like, we got to figure this out ourselves. So we did. It wasn't like you basically did a box. It wasn't super hard, but you're like, what the fuck?
But you don't want to fuck it up and let a snake get out.
Yeah, that's what was going in there. It was a big snake. So. So I was like, what the fuck? So I asked the guy at the Aqua Depot, I said, hey, they didn't have instructions. He's like, oh, yeah, for that company, you're supposed to go on YouTube and like watch their videos. It's like,
how about putting a fucking
sticker on the box?
Leaflet of paper or something?
Let me know.
Wow. But like, you got it all set up now?
Got those set up. We got Joe and I got actually Robin had to come in and help. In the middle of because the spa's already there, so we had to do the middle where the peak is. So you had to reach, but you had to stand on the spa. And Robin's
put
like,
the least heavy person on.
Yeah, you and Joe, that ain't gonna happen. And I was like,
no.
I was like, yeah, I know. So we'll put put her on there, and we got it down, and then I was telling you earlier, Joe's probably like when you're doing a project. He's your guy. He gets it done.
Absolutely, I would call
him. He's pretty mellow. Things were shit was fucking up. I was getting a little sideways. I was starting to get pissed.
A little heated.
Starting to get a little hot. Joe was just, all right, everybody, calm down.
Yeah.
Let's just take a sip of our beer. So you take a sip of beer. He's like, okay, we got this. Let's just think about this for a second.
I think Joe approaches it very logically. Like he's like, okay, there has to be a solution to this problem, and we just are going to figure it out. And we're not getting there right now, but we'll get there. And he just presses on.
It's not the end of the world. We got this.
Nice. And What about your whole green egg thing? Did that stay at your house, or did you bring that over?
No, I brought the green egg. Now it's on the ground right now. It's not.
Right, because you had it on this whole. You built like a whole system for it, so it didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't on its stand or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to do something like that similar, but for now, it's last this week.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out when it's time. But
so, how many times have you like been caught up in your routine, like leaving the grocery store or whatever, and turning down your old street since you're so close? Have you pulled up to your old house yet?
I haven't done it yet, but I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen because
One day.
6 years you start going autopilot. You're like, oh, oops.
Yeah, you'll eventually go there. Nice. And I see you. I mean, you already got your pictures on the wall. You got fucking shelves up and all sorts of stuff.
Got them up.
You're locked and loaded now.
Yeah, we had to get them up because when Joe's come over, they were bringing Maylee, and I couldn't have death traps all over the.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ground. She's doing a hot lap, so we busted.
Oh yeah, she's walking and running around now, huh?
Yeah. Now the funny thing is, so here's the good thing. So when we clean out all their shit, we got a big pile. It's all in the front. It's all in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then as we start doing our projects, start adding to the pile. And as we unpacking, start adding to the pile. Like, oh, don't want this, don't want that.
Yeah.
So we had like this. I mean, it is a trash pile. We are like.
It's a garbage heap.
Yeah. We are trash. So you can see people walk by and they're like, because this is. So I didn't know this, but the house, like the side, it's a major path people take on whatever walk it is. I mean, it's all day. There's people just walking all day.
Oh, right by on your sidewalk.
Right in front of the house. Yep, right in front of the sidewalk. And some guy was telling me, I forget who it was. Some guy was walking his dog when I was out there at like 10 o'clock at night in the garage trying to move shit.
Yeah. And
he's like, "Hey, welcome to the neighborhood." I was like, "Thanks." I was like, "But I can't really see because it's dark. Someone's telling me
I
can see
just like, hey,
I can see a dog and something." I'm like, okay, And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a great neighborhood." I was like, "Oh, that's good to know." He's like, "Yeah, this is a major path everyone always takes." I was like, "Oh, I was wondering, it's active all day." He's like, "Oh yeah, all day." Okay, cool.
Interesting.
So we got
to make sure you get those rings up.
So the doorbell. I got the doorbell.
Okay.
Fired up, no problem. Next day, it's dead. So it's the doorbell Pro 3 or whatever. So they don't have a battery. It's just hardwired. But I don't have enough voltage. I can't fucking figure it out. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, the little transformer box for the doorbell is only not enough volts for you.
But they give you a little thing to hook up to it, and I did, and
that's what I had to do for mine.
No,
because mine, the doorbell's from like the fucking 70s or something.
Yeah. I still no bueno. Can't do it. I don't know. I might have to
That's curious.
I have to send it back and do another one.
Well, when you have that electrician out to put that 240 in, just have him take a look at your fucking doorbell thing too.
Okay, so I did ask him when he was here. Give me a quote.
What did he say?
Either the transformer is enough voltage, or it may have sent too many volts and fried the back of it. I was like, "Oh, don't say that." He's like, "Did you go off Amazon?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Send it back."
Oh, just get a new one?
Yeah, he's like, "Just send it back, get a new one."
Nice.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, maybe it's lemon. Yeah. But it's the same one you had? No, it's a brand new one.
The brand new one. It's the
That's right.
Super Pro 3. Had great. I was like, "Oh, it was super cool." I was like, "Yes."
4K?
Yeah, for the half a day that I worked, it was fantastic.
That's great. Well, yeah, now you're going to need that for all your. Now, I wonder you're going to have to figure out your notifications, because if everyone's walking by, that thing's going to be fucking.
Oh yeah. No, it actually works out. So I have it like pointed. So it's like it's a little cubby. So it only gets you if you're at the front door.
Nice.
Now when I set up the garage one, which I haven't done yet, then I'll have to scroll back my field a little bit. So
yeah,
all day. The cars, it would be all day every day. My phone would be dead just from the fucking ring batteries.
All the notifications.
Notifications.
Well, what's the rest of the family's review on the new digs? Are they all settled
I think
in,
they're loving
enjoying it?
Yeah. So the kids got all set up first, which was,
Nice.
I was sitting there watching them like, oh, it must be nice. Kind of just get your shit moved and kind of get everything set up for you. And then once you're set up, they're just out on their computer gaming or on the Xbox.
Back to normal.
Doing, coming out at,
Snacks.
Like, what was it? The other day? Yeah, snacks. What's for dinner? I was like, in the middle of tearing out a fucking bathroom or something. Like, I'm gonna club you with this if you don't get the fuck out of my face. Okay, I'm just asking.
Just fucking hungry.
What's wrong with you?
Come on, man. I'm like, are you capable of? Yeah. So we've had to have I know your kids are a bit older, but we've had to have a come to Jesus at our house as well. Like, we're, Charlie's 6 and 3. Like, listen, the days of us waiting on you hand and foot go, oh, can the sparkle water fill my water up, snacks? Your legs are working just fine and your arms are working just fine. You're going to have to start doing some shit for yourself.
Yeah. I don't expect you to start the oven or anything, but then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the one thing that used to piss me off. Like, I'd be, they'd be sitting on the couch. Like, I'd be walking back and forth. Like, can you get me? And I would just look at him. I'd be like, maybe. I don't worry about it. I can get it. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. We could trade places. Sure, I'll get it for you, and I'll sit on the couch. You can go ahead and do it. No.
Yeah. Nice. Well, what's the next big thing you're tackling at the house?
Right now, I am doing probably the group message, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Joe's boy Jock went off.
That's
we haven't even talked about Jock getting slapped.
Oh, that's right. So to wrap it up, right now I'm doing a vanity in the bathroom.
Nice.
It's just a pain in the ass.
And you just finished doing the bathroom at your old place, if I remember correctly, getting that nice new tub in.
And now it's for somebody else to enjoy.
Such is life, I guess. Yes, there was some controversy and drama, Giants Reds. Some tweet went out like, oh, there's not a lot of video evidence, but I guess during batting practice, Tommy Pham, is that how? Pham?
Yep.
Of the Reds slapped Josh Pederson of the Giants, Will Smith style, like in the outfield.
Walked up and smacked him.
And fucking smacked him. And everyone, they had, and then of course, the benches didn't clear, but like a tussle broke out, and Pham got suspended for 3 games. But it comes out that the reason for the slap was Tommy Pham wasn't happy with how they're him and Jock Pederson, I guess, are in the same fantasy football league.
Yes.
And there was he thought that Jock was doing some shady
move,
managerial,
or whatever it was.
Yeah, like keeping people on the injured reserve and then like bringing them out at the last minute or something like that.
And I think he had done something where he had basically shown the like the rule book.
Yes, Jock did. Jock looked it up, right, and he's like, "No, I think this is okay." And then Jock also sent a meme GIF with the Dodgers, Giants, and the Padres. It's like a meme. And this is when Tommy Pham was on the Padres, I guess, right?
Yep.
And I guess he took offense to the meme being shared in the fantasy football group chat. So that also was a problem.
It was like the weightlifters, wasn't it? And it was like, the Giants, Dodgers, and then the one weightlifter is with the Padres, and he fucking dropped the weights or whatever.
Yeah, like dropped the barbell on his neck or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was something very innocent. It wasn't that bad.
No, I mean, first of all, I was like, oh, it's kind of funny that MLB players talk shit to other MLB players with memes, just like how we share memes around with our friends. It's like they're doing the same thing that we are. They're still people, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That's a bizarre. I mean, I see what Tommy Pham, I understand, because I've also wanted to put hands on people for fantasy football, just mostly Tony.
Tony, yeah.
Just Tony. But so I do understand that, but at the same time, what the fuck? What?
I mean, and it's not like it was recent though. That was the other thing. I mean, football hasn't been in sesh for fantasy since December, right? I mean,
so we're
let's
talking.
Let's say some weird playoff ones. I know we're trying to be
4 or 5 months post the latest this event can happen. So this probably happened a half a year ago, and he's still.
Yeah,
it was still simmering. It was still on boil for him, and he had to put hands on Jock, and he got himself suspended for 3 games.
That's why I said no wonder he got stabbed. I mean, kind of behavior like that.
Yeah, and I guess the post show or some post conference or whatever, Tommy Pham was like, "Yeah, you don't fuck with my money, and I take it seriously and don't fuck with people's money." I'm like, first of all, if you're playing fantasy football for so much money that you have to fight someone over it, it's too. You shouldn't be playing it because it's too much money for you if it's bothering you that badly.
Yeah, riding on it.
And how much do you think this? If you're an MLB player and you're making a couple mil, like what do you
like
bet?
25K on the line?
Probably, yeah, like 10, 20, 30, 40 grand maybe.
Yeah.
Still a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So and then we just had and Joe has a dislike for Jock, but I think he's coming around.
He is.
So after today, Jock tied the game in the 10th with a single. Actually, sorry, he went ahead with a single, and then they answered and tied it, and then he went ahead and homered in the 11th. So now they're winning 7-4.
Joe's got to be a fan of him by now. And they also have 3 letters in their name, and it starts with a J. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was funny when he went to the Giants game. He was like 6 out of 10. Remember, he was just no matter what he did, it was like he didn't even do anything, and he got worse at some point. He was just taking the field. And he was like 5.5 out of 10. I'm like, what the hell did he do now? He's just taking the field.
What was the reasoning why he doesn't like Jock? Is it because he's an ex-Dodger, or he doesn't like his swagger?
I think it bleeds over from the Dodgers, and it probably is style.
Yeah, Jock has a particular kind of swagger.
Yeah.
Is fair to say, right? And like a certain like confidence kind of to him. Yep. And I see how that rubs people the wrong way.
I don't know.
I think that. Do you think Joe's getting like JP Howe vibes from Jock? And that's
maybe. Did they kind of look similar? I don't know. They might.
They kind of don't. They had like a similar. Yeah.
So maybe that's it. Maybe it's JP Howe.
Maybe he's getting JP Howe. We haven't brought that up to Joe in quite some time.
Put that one for the 4th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? We'll close the show down with this one, but I was just sitting laughing to myself. I had, when you're just sitting there and you're thinking about something funny, I gave a good chuckle. My wife said, "What's so funny?" I said, "I was just thinking about I know what I was thinking about this. We're in the Pokemon chat, and Joe, you can hatch these eggs in Pokemon. There's like a 2K egg, a 5K, 10K. So they require a lot of work to get them hatched. Yeah. And Joe has the horrible streak of getting this really shitty Pokemon called
Volbaby? Yeah.
It's like a little vulture baby Pokemon. It's you can't do anything. It's not good for fighting. It's just a waste of a Pokemon in your thing. But Joe gets them every time instead of getting something good. And he said he's about to uninstall the game because he gets these. And I'm like, I don't know why I get so tickled when my friends are like in this like huge pit of misery.
He starts throwing a fish fit, yeah.
When Joe starts getting mad, and I was like, the only other time I've seen Joe get really pissed was at Dana's bachelor party.
Oh, yeah.
And so I told my wife the story again as much as I could remember. And I was cracking up, so it was just too funny. I couldn't. I know we've told it a million times in the story, but it was so good. And I think the line that really killed me was when Brad,
freshly cut prison pussy,
fresh prison pussy.
That was
because Joe had just came from a wedding, so he would have just had a nice clean shave and lined that prison pussy. Fucking like prom night, that thing was tight. It was a good looking prison pussy, and I had not heard that phrase before, and that just got my goat. It got me.
I think it helped because Joe was so mad when we were laughing. He was like, he got even madder, which then made us laugh even harder, and it was a snowball.
It was a flywheel that we couldn't stop it. It was out of control. It was beyond our control, Cerny. And you know, probably what we were fueled by whatever wine those ladies ordered that we took from them.
Finished off
Their wines. And then we had the cojones to ask Joe for a ride back to the hotel.
He drove off.
After he just drove off.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
It was.
Joe's got a kind heart, but I think we pushed him over the edge there.
I think
he reached his limits. We had seen the limits of his kindness.
But he had a great night at the casino that night too, though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So he came back.
Fun. Yeah.
It was too much good. You know, now that you reminded me real quick. So, you know, we had the Pokemon group chat. So obviously I talked to James on the side. You know, he's the Pokemon master. And
although I feel like my wife is James has a lot of historical, but she's coming up quick. I mean, she's putting a lot of work into this thing. But anyway.
So he has a sidebar with me right now because of the daily boxes that Joe and the Arcuri household is getting, Joe and Stacy. He's like,
they're getting great stuff.
Yeah, like great stuff. And he's texting me. He's like, this is total horseshit. I've been here since day one. He can't even finish a fucking research, and he gets all the good shit, and I get the garbage, rewarding the slouch players. This is bullshit. And then every time Joe texts, I don't think he like knows, but it just sends him off, and that's why he posts.
I'm gonna post mine tomorrow now. Hope it's a good one.
I know it makes me laugh so much because
that's so funny.
It's like his thing because he's like, I'm here day one, grinding it out, and these amateur fly-by-night players come in and get all the good shit. He's like, he's probably gonna hatch a he was naming some Pokemon where Joe was talking about hatching an egg. He's like, he's probably gonna hatch a fucking Shundo. It's not even out to anybody, but he's gonna give it to these fucking hacks.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But your brother we took a break for a couple of years.
Yeah, we did.
And your brother just kept playing through.
Kept playing because he was like, already got 8 of these. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's a lifer. But
that was when like we had to raid.
Right
remember you had to like walk out to the raid and stuff. Remember those?
Yeah, there was a lot of because my wife she'll like, oh look, a certain Pokemon. I'm like, I got so many of those because that was literally the only thing you could catch for like 2 years.
Yeah,
was Pidgeys.
Like Gen 1, and then like when they came out with Gen 2, but that was it. There was like
the cup ran dry. The Pokemon cup ran dry. But here we are. We're back,
baby.
I've been been having fun. Been playing it. You're about to 40, or you still have to make your way through 30.
Halfway to 40.
Okay. What do you need? Like 2 million, $1 million left or something?
2.5 million.
It's so much. It's like I don't even look. Like, what's the point? It's just going to happen one day. I'll get close. I don't know when that day's going to come, but I'll be close. It's not like you can't make a push to get there. It's too.
No, you got to do like lucky eggs, and you got to try the. But sometimes I'm like, this is how I do it. I'm like, okay, so I do a lucky egg. That's what 30 minutes. Yeah. Do I have 30 minutes of playing?
No.
Or is something going to come up and I'm just going to waste my eggs? Yep. So I was like, but then I started thinking like, I got like 18 lucky eggs because I'm always like, do I have?
Right, you're always holding on. Yeah.
Do I have 30 minutes? I don't think I have 30 free minutes uninterrupted. I may waste it.
Yeah. Where we'll throw them when we take the kids to the park on the weekends. There's this park. It has like 2 gyms, like 8 Pokemon stops. It's like a gold mine there. So we'll go there and me and my wife will just throw all the shit out and we'll just like walk around and catch all the Pokemon while we watch our kids play with everyone else's kids.
That's a good idea.
It's it does work out nice for us. So, well, Cerny, your house looks great from what I can see on your screen, but I can't wait to see it in person.
No stairs, just walk around. It's the best.
That's great.
That is the best.
Now after no toddlers.
like, oh, sweet. I don't have to walk all the stairs, just walk down the hall.
And you only need one Roomba. It can handle the whole house.
The whole
by
house.
itself.
It's got it. I haven't turned it
Nice.
on yet because shit's
Oh, it has to relearn.
It does have to relearn. You're right.
You're going to have to like erase the maps or something.
Factory reset.
Factory reset. Nice. I got one of those. We upgraded our Roomba to the one where it sucks the stuff out.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
And it has its own reservoir. I will
Costco,
say,
right?
yeah, it was on sale last, Thanksgiving or something. I mean, it's not fucking cheap. It's like $600 or something, but
Yeah.
it is nice. It is nice. I thought it was going to get clogged way more often, but especially all the hair and fucking dogs that we have and shit, I thought it would be clogged all the time. It's pretty solid.
Sweet.
I'm impressed. But we have reached the end of another episode.
Another one. And another one.
And another one. And another one.
And another one.
But June is here at the time of release. So halfway through the year.
Halfway.
And
June's
then
wild.
July will be right there. And then
Our annual July 4th party.
are we gonna do the pickle? Or do we want to do the pickle off?
Let's do Pickle Off.
Okay. Well, it's been stated here. We'll take note, Cern Sluts and Chipmunks. Me and Cerny are confirmed for the pickle off. We're going to confirm with Joe, but I think it'll be a thing.
I mean, I'm sure Joe's a slam dunk.
Yeah, I don't think Joe's going to.
He's probably been
bow out of it.
crafting his recipe for the last month just to.
I'm sure
perfect
it's time. I say time to return that trophy to its rightful owner.
it. Yeah, me.
Yours truly. Yours truly. But I'm not fucking around this year. I'm practicing. I'm up in my game. And I have a little
Maybe I
little
won't
secret I'm gonna think.
Maybe I won't
think I have a little
procrastinate.
something. Have a little something. I'm gonna a little something special. I'm gonna
okay.
dump in there. I think we talked about this last year in our debrief, our pickle off debrief
Yeah.
episode. Well, glad you all moved in. Rest up. Get some Bengay on those sore muscles of yours, Cerny. If you need anyone to help rub lotion in on you, just,
I'll give
you
a
have
call.
my number. You have my number. And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm sorry.
Cheers.